Hello. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Look, I know I don't have all the makeup on and all that stuff, but today is very important. Okay. We need to get into it. So I'm gonna run through the whole formalities and stuff real fast. Welcome in Phase. I hope that's how you say your name. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So yeah, I'm going to do the whole formalities and stuff real quick because we have something that we really need to talk about. This credit crisis. This credit crisis. Boy, when I get on YouTube, that is all I am hearing people talk about. Okay, but here's who I'm not hearing talk about this. My folks in the crypto space. Like, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Like, y'all know that impacts your crypto, right? We're going to talk about it tonight. Okay. If you can hear me on YouTube just fine, please let me know. Okay. If you can hear me on YouTube just fine, let me know. Type in the chat. Okay. I can hear you. Give me the thumbs up, whatever it is. Let me know that you can hear me just fine. Okay. We're going to have this conversation, y'all, because we need to. This is serious. This is not one of those things where we should. I'm not here to fearmonger anybody. Okay. But this is not one of those things where we should just be like, oh, yeah, I heard people talking about that, and then don't do anything with the information that you heard. Okay. So before I get into all of this with the credit crisis that's going on, and then, okay, good. Thank you, Chandra. I appreciate you. And welcome in. Happy Tuesday. So YouTube, y'all ain't told me if y'all can hear me. See, this is what I be talking about. I do my best to come on here and make sure that I'm giving y'all love too. But if y'all don't talk back to me like TikTok, they talk back to me. You don't talk back to me, guess where my attention gonna go? Shh. I'm gonna talk to you, but more of my attention gonna go right here. Welcome in, Wade. I see you. Happy Tuesday. Okay, so y'all, heads up. I'm not a financial advisor yet. Okay, so anything that I share with y'all, this is my opinion. This is from me doing research. These are things that I am doing or have done. Okay, that have worked for me or working for me. Okay, so you take this with a grain of salt. You discard it if you want to. You apply it if you want to. It's totally up to you. Your responsibility. Okay. I'm not here to tell you that you have to do anything that I say because, again, I'm not a financial advisor at this time. However, I am a student. I am a student and I study, y'all. Okay. So keep that in mind. All right. Um, so as you are coming on, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. Okay. Subscribe if you have not subscribed yet and you like what you hear. Hit that notification bell as well. You asking me to tell you something. Uh, who is my style? What did the Hey yo, I got asked on YouTube, who is your stylist? I'm over here talking about the credit crisis and giving you a warning so that way you can make sure you're financially prepared. And we're talking about a stylist. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. If that is a compliment, I appreciate it. If it is a attempt to be a plug, hey, this ain't the time for that. All right. Thank you so very much for grabbing that, Harmony, Miss Martina. I appreciate you. Good evening, everybody. Uh, all right. So look, y'all did that on YouTube. Hopefully you did share as well. This is the time to share or repost. If you are tuning in, you'd like see me from the FYP and you're like, what's going on? I know I can't put the board up for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on with TikTok. It's not letting me put the board up. So that way you can see what I'm talking about on the screen. So that's probably going to hurt the numbers. So that's why I need y'all to share, please. Share, do the whole, power share, hold down the screen and then send it out to 10 people. I need y'all to do that a lot because when I don't have the board up, for whatever reason, people don't come in. So yeah, I appreciate it. Okay. Thank you so very much, Sanjay. I appreciate that. All right, Mr. Sean, welcome in. I see you. Happy Tuesday. So look, this is a serious conversation, y'all. So we're gonna get into it. All right. I did the whole formalities. I said I'm not a financial advisor yet. The time is coming, but we're talking about this whole credit crisis, okay, and how it's going to impact us and how it has the potential to impact us as crypto investors, or just investors in general. Okay. So I'm going to speak to you directly, YouTube, TikTok. Okay, Mrs. Jackson, welcome. Okay, I'm going to speak to you directly after 20 years. Okay, over 20 years being in the Army and being in a leadership position. One thing I have learned is this: the chosen one, welcome, happy Tuesday. The biggest risks are rarely the loud ones. The biggest risks are rarely the loud ones. They're quiet, right? They're quiet shifts. They're the ones that most people don't understand yet. The assistant, welcome, happy Tuesday. I see you. Okay. They're the ones that most people don't understand yet. And definitely they don't understand it until they're forced to understand, they're forced to learn, they're forced to implement, right? So with that being said, y'all, I need you to know something, okay? Some of y'all have heard it. If you haven't, I'm about to tell you right now. Okay, we're in one of those moments. Y'all, banks are pulling back. Laptops, welcome. Okay, banks are pulling back. Liquidity is tightening. Thank you so very much for grabbing that heart, me. I appreciate you, the assistant. Right, liquidity is tightening. Okay, what's going on, Denny? It's been a minute, boy. Where you been? Happy Tuesday. Okay, and unfortunately for some of us, okay, some of you, or maybe most of you, watching me live or the replay on YouTube, TikTok. If you can't be here the whole time, I'm recording this on YouTube. Okay. But for some or most of you, especially my people in crypto, y'all, don't even realize what any of this means. When I said credit crisis and crypto, what the heck does that mean? Y'all, that's not a criticism. Okay. That's reality. All right. Thank you so very much for liking. Muffy, welcome. Donnie, welcome. I appreciate y'all. Come on in, tap the screen. Like the live, share, repost, do all of those things. Okay. Comment and let me know where you're tuning in from. We're having a serious conversation talking about this whole credit crisis and cryptocurrency. Okay. And this is not just for crypto, y'all. This actually can apply to any type of investing, your money, period. Okay. So like I said, this isn't, criticism, y'all. I'm not here to put fear on anybody. I'm not here to beat you down. I just want to give you a reality of where we are, because if you're not trained to see certain things, you're not going to see it. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to be the one that unfortunately gets the bad end of the stick. You're the one that's going to feel it the hardest. Again, this is not fear. This is facts. Okay? Same. You right, the assistant. You right. Okay, so what I'm talking about tonight, the whole credit crisis, right? This is happening because the Federal Reserve's quantitative tightening. Write it down. Quantitative tightening, QT for short. Okay, quantitative tightening. This is to fight inflation, which ultimately shrinks the bank's reserves by removing cash from the system. Okay, so some of you probably have heard of these private equity firms that are feeling the impact first, right? Here's why: because the private equity firms rely heavily on debt financing for leverage buyouts, and those operating in the lower middle market. Okay, those people have been most significantly impacted by this quantitative tightening by the Federal Reserve. So if you've heard of Blackstone, KKR and Company, Blue Owl Capital, any of those companies, and there's more. Okay, even JP Morgan just released, was it yesterday? I believe, saying, "Hey, listen, we reeling it in." Okay, and I believe there was something about BlackRock last week, right? So I want y'all to just kind of get an idea of what this looks like, just in general, right? There's going to be high interest rates. There's falling asset values, right? There's a high demand for borrowing, but it's creating, or it's creating like rising stress, right? So what that means is it's going to drive our banks to limit lending to protect their capital. Is this making sense right now? Let me know in the chat. Give me a thumbs up emoji in the chat if this is starting to make sense. Okay? If this is starting to make sense, let me know in the chat. Thumbs up emoji if this is starting to make sense. Why am I talking about this tonight? I had a whole different topic of what I was going to talk about tonight, but I was like, Nah, I keep hearing this too much. And I'm not hearing, me personally, I'm not hearing people in the crypto space talk about it. And I know people who are in the crypto space. I see y'all. Thank you. I appreciate you. Right. And there are so many people that I see that's in a crypto space. They're not heavy investors in other things. They don't have a lot of cash available. Sanji, what are you talking about? I said thank you so very much. I'm teaching right now. what 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 did you say? I'm sorry, I'm teaching. Right, Jerry, welcome. Happy Tuesday. I'm not ignoring you. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much the overall what I'm talking about today. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break down a couple of things. I'm gonna give you some scenarios for you to pay attention to and prepare. We're gonna talk about some scenarios, and then we're going to put plans together so that way we can prepare for each scenario. Thank you so very much, Jerry, for grabbing that heartbeat. Okay, I see you've been here for 100 days. Let's go, Jerry. Let's go. Right? We want to prepare. I told y'all, been in the military. Well, I'm retired now, y'all, but I was in the military for over 20 years, Army, for over 20 years, a little over 20 years, right? And we had contingency plan for contingency plan for contingency plan, y'all. Like we did risk assessments, all kind of stuff. So that way we could lower our risk anytime we completed or were tasked to complete a mission. Right now, Wade said facts. So I'm telling you, he was stationed with me in Augusta, right? Augusta, Georgia. So he already know we have contingency plan for contingency plan for contingency plan because we don't want to get caught with our pants down. We don't want to get caught slipping. So if we have a backup plan for the backup plan, like, hey, listen, roll to plan C, plan D. Oh shoot. Okay. If we get to plan D, that's bad. We are in trouble. You hear me? That is bad. Okay. So I want to make something really clear to everybody tonight. Okay. None of what I'm sharing tonight is about fear. I'm going to keep saying that because I know there's going to be someone that's going to be thinking, like, oh my God, what? No, 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 no. I'm not here to push fear on you. What I am here to do is help you to be more aware. Okay. I just want you to be aware. I'm attempting to share right now, y'all. So just give me a second too. Because if I'm asking y'all to share, then I should do it too, right? I know. So I can't be the person that say, please do these things, and then I don't do it too. I got it. Bam. I did it. And okay. So this live is about awareness and preparation. Thank you so very much. I see you. Yes, ma'am. Watch the replay. And then I see you tomorrow. Y'all, I'm going live with Crypto Chick. I'm sorry. Quick plug. I'm going live tomorrow with Crypto Chick on her page at 2 p.m. Central. So that's 3 p.m. for East Coast folks, 12 p.m. for those on the West Coast. Y'all, we're doing our second all-woman-led crypto panel, y'all. This is the second one. This is a really great way to close out the Women's History Month. So if you are free, I will really love it. Thank you, Rhonda, for sharing the live. I will really love it if y'all could tune in tomorrow. I will only be on from 2 to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time because I have to pick up my child, y'all, from school. So I can't, be driving and then giving her attention and everything after she get out of school. So I will only be on for the first hour. And then after that, I'll have to dip out. But y'all, these women are brilliant. Okay. They're people who only focus on the charts. And as far as the education goes, we got a lawyer, y'all, that's up on that panel. Okay. But she's in the crypto, So it will be 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. Pacific. Tomorrow, I'll be live on Crypto Chicks, Crypto Women's Panel. Y'all come tune in, get some information, ask some questions because you will be able to ask questions live as well. Okay. Thank you so very much. I know Rhonda Shout out to you. I see you. B Dogs, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Okay. So I didn't delete any comments, Sanjay. I don't delete any comments. Um, so yeah, and Josiah, I don't know who you are, but have a good day. Okay. So yeah, so let's run it. All right. So let's get back to it. Nay, welcome. Happy Tuesday. All right. So this live, like I said, is about awareness and preparation because we are talking about the credit crisis and crypto. How is it going to, or how does it have the potential to impact our crypto portfolios, our money, period? Okay. How does it have, how can it impact our money, period? I want you to understand something, okay? Some of you may hear or think like, you know what, I don't fully get it. I know I hear people talking about this whole credit crisis, but I don't get it yet. That's okay. That's fine. All right. You're not gonna get stuff overnight. All right. Like I told y'all, like in the army, we did stuff different. We could never expect anybody to execute anything perfectly on day one. It takes time. You know why? Because you need to understand what it is that you're being taught. Okay. You need clear, concise direction on what it is you're supposed to be doing and how you're going to execute that, right? You learn through what? Repetition. Okay. The more you do something, the more you practice it, the better you get at it. As long as you're learning the right way to do that thing, right? And then, of course, at some point, like we learned in the army, we eventually get to the point where we can execute under pressure. So while things are happening, when you're getting ambushed and you're deployed, right? Well, all of that training you did in the rear when you were in the States, right? When you did all of that training, you were able to go over there, and if you got ambushed while on a convoy, meaning you driving your trucks and stuff going from one base to another, you get ambushed, you know what to do because guess what? You did so many exercises. You ran the play over and over again. You practice, you train. That's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing tonight. Okay? That's what we do on these lives. Yolanda, welcome. Happy Tuesday. All right. So tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my best to break down this whole credit crisis that I mentioned and how it has the potential to impact us, our money, our crypto, all of that, okay, in a way that gives you a better understanding, okay? So hopefully you can understand and you can explain it to the next person in your family clearly and concisely. Junior, welcome. Happy Tuesday, okay? And then ultimately, I want you to be in a position where you can act with discipline and not emotion. Because, baby, them emotions will get you in trouble when you're talking about dealing with money, when you're talking about investing, when you're talking about saving, any of that. Okay? All right. Sanjay, listen, I'm teaching. I can't talk to just one person. Okay. So yeah, but I see you. Okay. All right. So let's go. Y'all keep tapping the screen. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so very much for the 3.5. Okay, the 3,500 likes, y'all. Let's keep going. Get it to 5K real quick. I've been on for 20 minutes roughly, almost. So let's run it. Okay. So what's happening right now? What's happening right now? And why is Leona talking about this whole credit crisis and crypto and our portfolios and our money? Why in the world is Leona saying, you know what? I'm gonna switch what I'm talking about or plan to talk about on Tuesday. I'm gonna switch to a totally different topic. Here's why. Right now, our banks here in the United States are doing two things. Okay. And I'm going to ask y'all to let me know if you knew these things before this live today. They're doing two things. They're marking down loans. Okay. And then they're reducing lending. Did you all know that? Type yes in the chat if you did. Type no in the chat if you didn't. Type yes in the chat or no in the chat if you knew that the banks are marking down loans, and then they're reducing lending. Type yes in the chat if you knew that. Type no in the chat if you did not know that. Prior to just now, me saying it. Let me see y'all. Now, if you're driving, y'all, please do not type. Okay. If you're at work, don't lose your job behind this live stream. Okay. I see Jared said yes. Wade said no. Okay, cool. Okay. You're not right or wrong. All right. I just want to see where people are at. Okay. So Sanjay, I don't know what you got going on, but I'm over here teaching. You trying to distract me, man. Okay. All right. So I want y'all to know this particular thing, what we're talking about, what you're seeing, what you're hearing on YouTube, what you're seeing in the news, the articles you're reading, that's not noise, y'all. The conversations surrounding these two things are not to instill fear. It's a signal for us. Okay. The reason so many people are talking about it is because it is a signal for us. What's the signal? What's the signal? The signal is that we are shifting right now in the United States from expansion, where money is going to be freely moving, to tightening. Okay? That's what this signal is. We have now shifted from expansion to tightening. Money is not going to be as available as it was when, hey, what's going on, Warrior Darkness? Happy Tuesday. When money was free and accessible and just rolling in, right? Here's the key principle that I want y'all to understand. When the money lending slows down, guess what happens? Money tightens. Okay? And then when that money tightens, guess who gets to feel it first? Which assets feel it first? Risk assets feel it first. Did you hear me? Risk assets feel it first. So for all my people who are involved in the cryptocurrency market, guess what? I got it. Your favorite crypto, person isn't talking. They just telling you trade, and buy, and that's great. But what they're not telling you, and this is just me as a student, y'all. I get on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, I listen to certain people, and I'm not hearing this conversation enough. As much as I get on to these other individuals that I follow in the stock market or just finances in general, all of them are talking about this. I do not hear enough of our crypto enthusiasts that so happen to be on social media talking about cryptocurrency. I don't hear them talking about this enough. And that's a problem. Okay? Because crypto will definitely feel this first. Now, I want y'all to type in the chat for me real quick. Type in the chat a risk asset that you invest in today. Let me see. What's a risk asset that you invest in today? Why are you sitting here typing my name in the chat like you yelling at me on YouTube? Roy Doctor said, I want to be a part of that money moves. Let's go. H bar XRP. I got you. Jerry said H bar. I believe that's what you were typing, Jerry. H bar. Okay. All right. So here's the thing, y'all. That's what's gonna feel it first. Which means you, as the holder of said asset, will feel it in some type of way. Okay. So that means Leona is gonna feel it in some capacity because I hold cryptocurrency. I hold crypto ETFs. I have 2 stocks that are considered crypto stocks because of its involvement in the crypto market. Right? So I'm going to feel it in some way. Now, for all my crypto investors out here, I need y'all to hear me clearly when I say this. Okay? IBB, welcome. Happy Tuesday. I need y'all to hear me clearly when I say this. Okay? Crypto is not separate from the system. I know you want to feel like, oh no, but crypto, baby, crypto is not separate from the system. It is one of the most liquidity sensitive assets in the world. Jessica, welcome. Thank you so very much for the repost too. Right? Thank you so very much for grabbing that heart me. I appreciate you. Okay? It is. Look, think about it. When when liquidity rises, so we're going to use Bitcoin as an example because I've been talking about Bitcoin, using it as a gauge to help us to identify certain phases in the market cycle, right? So when Bitcoin, just using that, when liquidity rises, right, then you're going to see Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies move up aggressively, right? However, when liquidity tightens, when money is not freely flowing and available, crypto corrects. If I am wrong, please tell me in the chat. If I am right, please tell me in the chat. Because I know I got some people that's been investing for quite some time. I know I have some people who've been in a cryptocurrency market for quite some time. 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, 15 years, right? So if I'm wrong, feel free. Say, no, that's not correct, Leona. And then explain to me why it's not correct. But if I am correct, go ahead and let me know. You know, it's funny. We want to blast people when they're wrong, but we don't want to tell people when they're right. We don't want to tell people when they're giving out accurate information to help the next person. But we quick to point out when somebody has a typo. You over here talking about teaching people about money, but you got this typo in your caption. Man, if you don't get out of my face, Miss Jared said right. Wade said you right on all day on that. Thank you. Okay. The same way we want to correct people and give them criticism, we should praise them. Okay. Or at least let them know you owe the money. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with everything you say, but that one, you right. All right. So y'all, this is not opinion. This is pattern recognition. And those of us that are leaders, especially if you want to be a financial leader in your family. Oh, see, people talk about stuff, but this is all a part of leadership, right? Leaders, financial leaders, are going to operate on patterns, not emotions. Okay? Emotions get you in trouble. But if you use data, like the patterns that we see, if we use that, guess what? We are now smart investors. If you want to be a smart investor and a financial leader in your family, it is time for you to start learning and identifying these patterns. So that way you can save money, but also make more money. Okay? You can protect your capital. You may not lose as much as you would have had you not been prepared, had you not been studying and identifying, recognizing those patterns. Okay? So, if y'all are still with me, let me know. Give me the thumbs up emoji in the chat. Sis said you can spell the word, oh, Lord. Sis said you can spell the word correct wrong, but I still know what you meant. Get over it. Come on now. Listen. Please mess up. Please mess up. It's all good, right? It's all good. Bear with me. Okay. Claudia, welcome. Happy Tuesday. All right, cool. So let's run it. So what I'm going to do is, oops. Okay. I did it. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through a couple of scenarios. We're going to do our best, y'all, to be calm when we walk through these scenarios. All right. And I really want to hear from y'all. So if you, I see you on YouTube, right? Let me know y'all still here. Say I'm here. Type I'm here. I said, say I'm here. Like I can hear you. Type I'm here in the chat. So that way I know you still with me. Okay. Before I get started, because I'm going to give y'all 3 scenarios. Okay. That we are going to prepare for. Remember what I told y'all. You know, one thing the Army taught me, y'all, is to have a plan for the plan for the plan. Okay? I got a primary, I got a secondary, I got a third, I got all that. Okay? And if by the time we get to plan D, then hey, we up Sugar Honey Iced Tea Creek. Go DJ, because that's my DJ. Go DJ, because that's my DJ. What's going on? What's going on? Go DJ Unstoppable. Y'all check him out. Tomorrow is ladies' night. So for all my ladies on TikTok, y'all come through. You know what I'm saying? Show some love. Tap up the screen. all that, get some good vibes and everything, have some fun. I see you. All right, Mika here. Okay, let's go, sis. Let's go. I guess I'm only talking to you on YouTube because everybody else is quiet. Sanjay said, listen, Leon ain't responding to me and telling me that I love you too. So I'm out of here. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to pin you so that way people can see you. Yeah, this is the DJ I'm talking about. Go DJ Unstoppable on TikTok, y'all. Go have some fun, good times, good vibes, all that stuff. He playing. Listen, if you're a Bobby Brand child, Bobby Brown fan like I am. I love me some Bobby Brown, y'all. He be playing my boy. You know what I'm saying? He be getting them with the Bobby, you know. Mr. Glenn, what's going on? Happy Tuesday. Yes, girl, I'm just messing up over here. Stumbling and fumbling. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so we're about to talk about 3 different scenarios, okay, that we want to have plans for. So with this whole credit crisis, with liquidity tightening up, it will, in some capacity, impact each of us. We need to be prepared. Okay? We need to be prepared. There we go. I see. Yes. Let's go, Mr. Glenn. Jazz, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Okay? So we're not reacting. We're going to plan, y'all. Okay? So scenario 1 is where they control the tightening. Okay? Now, what's going to happen here, or what it looks like here, thank you so very much for the repost. I appreciate you. What it looks like here is the markets slow down, you know, and that volatility increases. Things will feel off, okay? But it's not broken yet. Yet. Heavy on the yet, okay? So what I mean by that is like nothing crashes, okay? But of course, nothing really moves like cleanly either. It's chaotic. It's what we call as traders like choppy, right? And we don't trade when things are choppy because it's not clear to us what direction it's going to go. So you're more likely to give your money back to the market if you attempt to trade when the market is choppy. It's like this. It's not a clear up. It's not a clear down. It's not clear sideways. Like it's bouncing between 2 areas, up and down, right? If it's not ranging, if it's not clearly going up or clearly going down, it's considered choppy, right? That's what it looks like on a chart, okay? What it looks like in the real world, okay, what we can see with our own 2 eyes, we're going to see the price of, I'm using crypto as an example right now. We're going to see the price of, let's say, Bitcoin. Angela, welcome. Happy Tuesday. We're going to see the price of Bitcoin go up, then go back down, then go sideways, right? So that sound like war. That's why I'm using certain terminology. You know what I'm saying? You might be new to me, but you know, I'm retired from the Army, so I use terms that I'm familiar with. And I got a lot of veteran friends and followers on both platforms. So I'm talking to my military folks too. Okay. So yeah, that's what it looked like, right? You'll see altcoins. Okay, so for my people that put HBAR and XRP and things in the chat, right? You're gonna see those struggle to gain momentum. Okay, every single rally is gonna feel weak. News is going to feel confusing. The bullish is going to be bullish one day, it's going to be bearish the next day, it's going to be all over the place. Okay, that's why I said the markets are choppy, right? Okay, so what it may feel like to you, or what you may see it within your own portfolios. Okay, this is not a guarantee. Okay, and I gotta say this, y'all, before I continue, for my people who are just joining on TikTok and YouTube, right? We're talking about the credit crisis in crypto, how it can impact us as crypto investors, investors in general, how it can impact our money. Okay, even though we're not the billionaires and all that stuff, guess what? If we're not prepared, we could get hurt the worst. All right, so that's what we're talking about tonight. So if you're on TikTok and you cannot stay the whole time, I am recording this on YouTube, so you can go to Prosperity Calls on YouTube and you can tune in. Thank y'all so very much for the 7K likes. Thank you so very much. Let's get it to 10K. Let's get it to 10K real quick. These are our goals over here on TikTok. Grabbing your heart meat, liking the live, okay? Share and or repost and engage. Keep typing in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and of course, responding when I ask you if you can. Okay. So what it may feel like to you, what you may see, Fritz, welcome, happy Tuesday. Okay. Is you may ask yourself questions like, why is the market moving? Because you don't know what's going on, right? You might start second guessing your positions, whether you're in a crypto space as an investor, whether you're in the stock market. Okay. Stock market took a hit too. It's not just crypto. Y'all, I looked at silver because I told y'all I invest in gold and silver, right? I looked at silver and I was like, $68 for silver? Mind you, y'all, I started buying when it was I think it was $23 at the time per ounce, right, of silver. So I'm just still like, hey, I'm about to buy some more. Now the price has dropped from 100 and whatever it was, $120 or whatever it was, down to 68. That's a massive push down. Okay. Thank you so very much. It's Pro Class Auto. I appreciate that. Right. So some of the questions, like I said, some of the questions you may ask yourself is like, why is the market not moving? Second guessing your positions, right? You may feel like you're stuck. Okay. Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. This is also one of those scenarios and places where a lot of people get impatient. Okay. I want you to be that person. Do you hear me? The average individual is going to get impatient. You're not average, right? If you're not average, let me know. Let me know in the chat. If you're not average, let me know in the chat. Okay? Because the average person is going to get impatient. They're going to overtrade. For my people who trade, y'all know what it is. They're going to be chasing moves that they shouldn't be chasing. They're going to be taking unnecessary risks. You're not that person, right? Let me know in the chat. So I'm still SRP Army, but I know, man. Yes, that's emotions, right? That's the money killer. If you're not emotionally intelligent and managing your emotions in a way that is going to be productive and profitable, then your emotions can kill it. It can kill your money-making opportunities. Okay? Wade said, I'm holding. Come on. Mika said, I say, who? There we go. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Army. All right. So this is what we're not going to do, but the average person does. All right. So for us as financial leaders of our family, okay, y'all ready? This is where KK, what's going on? Happy Tuesday. Welcome in, right? For us as financial leaders in our family, this is where we move into a more disciplined environment. Okay. We do not need to do more. We can do less, but with intention. Everybody got it? Those of us that are wanting to be or becoming, working to become the financial leader in their family, we are now going to do less, but with intention. You know what to do already. Okay? More than likely, you know what to do. It's just about being consistent and disciplined with those things that you know to do. Thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Right? Kevin, what's going on? Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Okay? So with this particular scenario, when there is controlled tightening, right? Okay? What we are going to focus on in this particular scenario is building up our liquidity. Do you hear me? That means storing up cash. I know I'm not a fan of it, but guess what? It's time. Okay? Your stable coins, building up your stable stash. Thank you so very much for the hand heart, Brooke. I appreciate you. Y'all, this is another lovely lady, okay, that is going to be on the crypto panel with us tomorrow. Okay, y'all, there are so many great crypto educators. Y'all, please tune in. Check it out tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Pacific. Give Brooke a follow. Okay, especially if you want to learn about cryptocurrency. I'm not the only person. I always say if someone else is your cup of tea, dog, go listen. Okay, she may say something that I didn't say that resonates with you, and then you can take that thing and run with it. Okay, we're a community. This isn't solo. We are a community. We're gonna help each other out. We're gonna look out for each other. Y'all are officially my battle buddies. That's what we call it in the army. Y'all are officially my battle buddies. Do you hear me? So if one make it, we all make it. Okay? If one make it, we all make it. Got it? Bill said, that's right. Let's go. Let's go. So Mika asked on YouTube, it's best just to hold and not sell, right? Yes, I would rather. I'm not a financial advisor at this time, but what Leona will do is hold and not sell. There, that's a better answer. Because I was about to just, y'all not about to get me in trouble. Because man, listen, I'm already studying, and it is a struggle to step away from how the language I used to use to, you know, being more compliant, because that time is coming. So I got to practice now, right? That's right. Brooke said doing the same. That's right. Hodl. Hold on for dear life, y'all. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Do not sell. Especially if you bought at a lower price, anyway, it doesn't make sense to sell. If you bought at a higher price, y'all, you could just suggestion, you could just buy at a lower price. And then that brings down the term we use is cost basis. So that brings down your cost basis. So if you bought, let's say Bitcoin, you bought Bitcoin at $80, right? Per coin. But you bought when price dropped down to 60K. Well, now instead of it being 80K, now it's going to be lower than that 80K. Does that make sense? So you're not out technically, right? Because now that's bringing down your cost basis. So the lower you buy, the lower your cost basis. And then that means when prices do go back up, because they always do, now you're in the green. Okay? You may be in the red for a little bit, but buy at lower prices. And then eventually you get back up, prices go back up. Now you're in the green, you're good to go. Okay? So what we're going to focus on in this particular scenario, when there is controlled tightening, okay, we are going to build up our liquidity. We're building up our cash. We're building up our stable stash, okay, meaning your stable coins, USDC, USDT, RLUSD, whatever stable coin you're going to use. This is the perfect time to put money in that, because even when the cryptocurrency markets drop more, guess what happens to what you put into that stable coin? If you put $2,000 into USDC today, and then the crypto market crashes 10% more tomorrow. Thank you so very much. Hey, CC is here. Crypto Chick is here, y'all, man. I told y'all. See, y'all showing up, ladies. I love it. Y'all, y'all give her a follow right now. Do me a favor, give her a follow right now if y'all can. Crypto Chick is the person that actually has put this whole panel together for us to have the conversations about crypto with. It's going to be 11 women in crypto on a panel. I think it's only 8 that can be on there at a time, but Crypto Chick, CC is the one who put it together, who got all of us together. Y'all give her a follow. She does excellent work. That's why I was following her when I got on TikTok, because she does excellent work, y'all, in breaking down cryptocurrency for beginners. Okay. Like I said, I'm not the only one. Y'all my battle buddies now. Okay. So I got to make sure we all good. One team, one fight. Let's go. Ooh, with the Panther paws. Come on now. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, I'm having too much fun, and we're talking about a credit crisis right now. But yeah, so y'all give Crypto Chick a follow, okay? So yeah, so your stable coin, right? When you put that money into that stable coin, let's say the crypto market crashes down 10% more tomorrow, but you just put $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 into that USDC, USDT, RUSD, DAI, DAI, not DIE, DAI, whichever stablecoin you use, right? You put that amount of money in there. Guess what the value of it's going to be tomorrow when the crypto market plummets 5, 10, 15%? It's going to be that same 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever it is that you put in there. Okay? We just need to focus right now. We need to focus on building our liquidity. We need cash available. That means you can have cash in certain places that you can get to. High yield savings accounts, not regular savings accounts, y'all. High yield savings accounts where you're earning at least 3.1% or higher. Okay? Treasury bills, short term, right? You can do that too. Okay? But definitely for my crypto folks, stable coins. Okay? We want to be able to get to that cash fast. Why do we want to do that? Anybody know why we want to do that? Anybody know? Type it in the chat if you know why. Why do we want to do that? Hey, Mika came over. She said, I'm done with YouTube. Let me come on over here to TikTok. Did you not hear on YouTube? Let me know. Mika. Like maybe I need to reposition myself or something. Let me know if you could hear me on YouTube or not. Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah. So the reason why we want to build up our liquidity is because when prices drop, right, we now have the money available to put it into those assets, right? That's what the billionaires do. Did y'all ever think about how the recession, there were so many billionaires that made billions of dollars during a recession? Thank you so very much for the roses. I appreciate you, CC, right? They did that. The narrow path, welcome, happy Tuesday. They did that because they were building up their liquidity. They had cash available. They had cash available. Either cash on hand, treasury bills, things that they could get their money out fast. Right? Thank you so very much for the roses. I appreciate you. Right? And for grabbing that heart, me, I appreciate you. Okay? We can do the same thing. I got it. You don't have billions of dollars. Okay? Because if you're watching me live or the replay, more than likely you don't have billions of dollars. All right? If you have millions, awesome. Okay? More than likely you don't have millions of dollars in your accounts right now if you're watching me. Now, some of us have tens of thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands, you know, in different assets and net worth and whatnot. That's great. Okay? So right now is that time. Build up your liquidity. Avoid over trading. Jesus. If I could say that again, y'all, I'm telling you, for my people out there, because I don't have people ask me, do you still trade? Can you teach me how to trade? I ain't teaching anybody how to trade anymore until you can show me that you got your money in order. I kid you not. I am so tired of people thinking that learning how to trade is going to be their savior to their money problems. Baby, it's going to put you in a bigger hole. If you cannot manage the money that you earn from your job, from your business, whatever, if you cannot manage that properly, you going into the trading space is going to expose you big time. You are going to get punched so hard that you're going to want to quit everything you're doing. Okay, I'm just giving you the heads up. If you didn't know, now you know. So this is not the time to be putting in 10, 15 trades in a day. This is not the time if you are a swing trader to be saying, oh, I'm about to put in multiple trades. I got them for months out, 6 months out, and all this. I got you. But this is a time to be very strategic. You need to be very intentional about the trades that you pick. So this is not the time to be over trading. Okay. This is the time for you to strengthen your financial foundation. Okay. Should have had that same strategy like the billionaires. Hey, Mika silly. Listen, we doing what we can with what we got. You know what I'm saying? I study Warren Buffett. There are other billionaires that I'm looking at old interviews and just taking notes and figuring out what are all of them doing, what do they have in common as far as how they handle their money, right? Thank you so very much for the rose. I appreciate that. Mika say I'm rolling my eyes so hard right now. Hey, the neuropathic said it. No more trading speeds because of this doggone song playing. Hey, thank you, Money Talk. I appreciate you. Thank you for the roses. Welcome in. Y'all, Money Talk is another person that you want to connect with on here, especially when we're talking about cryptocurrency. Y'all, she's going to be on the crypto panel tomorrow as well. That crypto panel is at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Pacific. Y'all, please join in. Thank you so very much for grabbing that heart. Me too. I appreciate you. Tune in because it's a total of 12 of us that's going to be on there within that 2 to 3 hour time frame, y'all. So please jump on. I'll be on the first hour for sure. Then after that, I had to grab my baby from school. But y'all go ahead, give her a follow. Do it from here because if not, y'all, let me tell you, them doggone copycat accounts and scam accounts and stuff, they are heavy out here. They're heavy out here. So make sure you follow these people from the live streams, like for real. Don't do it because once you follow them one time, then you get a whole bunch of copycat accounts. So yeah, please be careful out here. Okay. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the head and the mustache, CC. I appreciate you. All right. So let's run it. So those are the three things that I want us to focus on at a bare minimum right now. Okay, because this is where we are right now. There is a controlled tightening, okay? Because this stuff is being introduced to us, it's been talked about. We see it in the headlines, we hear it on YouTube. Some people may be talking about it on TikTok, but we're not really hearing it as far as our crypto educators go as frequently as I personally hear it with people that are in the stock market and just in finance space in general, okay? So scenario two, this is the other one, the other scenario we should be preparing for. There's going to be a bit of an escalation with this tightening, okay? We are in a credit crisis right now. This is going to impact every single one of us at some point and in some capacity, okay? If you make money and you live in the United States in some way, shape, or form, you're going to be impacted by this. If you are an investor, you are definitely going to be impacted by this. If you invest in crypto, you for sure going to be impacted by this. Okay? So scenario two is when they escalate this whole tightening, okay? You will start to feel more pressure because there's more stress and there's going to be sharper pullbacks. All right? This is also when things start to move a bit faster. All right? It's not a collapse per se, right? But it's definitely uncomfortable. Okay, so what you may see and what it may look like, I appreciate y'all. Come on, let's get it to 10K. We at the top of the hour. 10K, tap it up, tap it up, share, repost, do all the things. Okay, Money Talk said I'm ready for it, child. I don't know what y'all talking about. I've been doing this. I am not new to this. I am true to this. Do you hear me? I already have my stable stash. I am ready to go. Okay. Just go ahead and drop so that way I can put my money in. I'm ready to go. All right. Let's get it. Okay. So what it may look like, I'm going to use Bitcoin again as an example. Y'all know Bitcoin is my compass when it comes to the cryptocurrency market until data shows me otherwise. All right. So let's say, Bitcoin drops another 10 to 20%. Pretty quickly. Okay. That's what it could look like. Say redeploying heavy. Come on now. I love it. Altcoins could potentially drop 20 to 40%. Thank you. I need to put that up there too. There we go. These are some dates that I want y'all to keep in mind, pay attention to. The 27th is next. 27th is next. Looking at the market, y'all, please do not get caught with your pants down or whatever. That would definitely not be the time to not be prepared. Just be on the lookout. Things can change. Things may stay the same, but at least you have the date in mind. 3/27, March 27th, okay? March 27th. That is Friday. Okay. All right. So what it can also look like is you can see strong projects start pulling back. Okay. And then that negative sentiment, all right, starts to increase a bit. So what it could feel like for you, what you may see within your own portfolio, how you feel, some questions you may ask yourself. Okay. Your portfolio may be noticeably down at this point. Remember, we're talking about the credit crisis and crypto. Okay. So your portfolio may be noticeably down. You may start thinking to yourself, like, dang, man, should I be selling right now? What we said already, y'all. What we said we're doing. Are we hollering or are we selling? Liquidity is drying up. Are we hollering or are we selling? Which one are we doing? Nanny Crypto. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Right? That's right. Mika said we doing nothing. We holding. Okay. So we're not gonna sell, y'all. Okay. Your opportunity to sell was at the high. All right. Before we got all the way deep down into this correction. Hey, let's go. Nanny Crypto is another one, y'all. Oh man, I couldn't. If she would have typed, hold on, let me see. Can I pin that? Nope. If she typed something in the chat, then I could pin you. Nanny Crypto, if you can type something in the chat, and then I could pin you so that way people know to follow you specifically. Because there's so many copycat accounts out there. I don't want people to type in the wrong thing. But yeah, Nanny Crypto is another crypto educator here on TikTok, y'all, that I follow. Y'all, I'm only going to tell y'all about people that I trust, I've heard from. She's going to be on the crypto panel tomorrow as well. Okay, that's another way for you to learn about crypto. All right. Money Talk said had a friend sell this week to buy a house. I felt that I told him to sell at the top. He didn't listen. Had to sell that. Come on, man. Like, come on. You guys. Come on, you guys. We're battle buddies now. We're going to take care of each other. Stop selling when the price is already plummeted. Okay? Bitcoin has went down 50% from the all-time high of last year. It's up a little bit, but still, it went down 50%. Why would you sell? Kenny, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Okay? So, this is where we're just putting this out there. What it may feel like to the average individual. Okay? You may think to yourself, I need to start selling. Okay? Fear starts to creep in. What did we say about emotions and money? What do we say about emotions and money? Let me know in the chat. What do we say about emotions and money? Does that help us or does that hurt us? When we focus on emotions with our money, does that help us or does that hurt us in the long run? We sold his house to buy more Bitcoin almost two years ago, and I told him to preserve capital. Gotta listen. Folks gotta listen. Welcome, Craig. I see you. Happy Tuesday. Right? Emotions and money do not work, y'all. That is how you're going to mess around and lose your money. We are going to use strategy. We are going to prepare. We're going to have a plan, and we're going to execute that plan to the best of our ability every single day until it's time to adjust and pivot, because now we're in a different scenario. Okay? Cool? So, for the average individual, okay, when we experience that expansion of that tightening, all right, when the money is not being lent, okay, when the credit is not available like that, it's not in abundance at the moment, okay, loans are drying up, people are going to start selling at the wrong time, like Money Talk said. The homeboy didn't listen, so okay. And then they let panic trick them out of their spot and out of their position. Okay. And what also happens during this particular type of scenario, right? Then you're going to those individuals, the average individuals, they start to lose confidence. So that's like coming to work after an argument with your spouse and taking that on your troops. Right. You're the one that's gonna have to pay for that. You're the one that has to go to training with them. You're the one that has to deploy out of the country and hope they have your back so that way you don't get shot in your back. So how in the world can you sit here, right, and not make sure that things are in order? Take care of the people that take care of you so you can take care of your crypto. Take care of your crypto. Do right by your crypto. You know what I'm saying? Direct your crypto properly so that way it can do what you need it to do. Okay? IOU, what's going on? Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. All right? Let it do what it's supposed to do for you. Direct it correctly. What the heck? I'm so sick of these spam calls are getting out of control. Anybody else getting a whole lot of spam calls? Like they are getting out of control. It's beyond. It's irritating me. Golly, I wish they just gone somewhere. But yeah. Hey, what's going on? So yeah. So these are just a few things that may see, and that's dangerous, y'all. I don't want y'all to be those type of people. Okay. So we're gonna be really great financial leaders in our family. So this is what we're going to do. We're gonna move into a decision-making environment under pressure. Yeah, we about to move under pressure, y'all. We about to be all right. Come on, let's get to 10K. 10K, y'all. 10K. Almost there. Tap it up, share, repost, continue to type in the chat to engage. All of those things tell the TikTok algorithm that people are interested in this live stream and it should send it out onto the FYP. Okay. So the more of us that share, like I'm about to share real quick, the more of us that share, the more of us that repost, the more of us that tap the screen and do the commenting, engaging, responding to things, the more of us that do that, the more likely the algorithm is going to say, yeah, let me send this out on the FYP. Okay? So I'm doing the sharing too, just like I asked y'all to do. There we go. Boom. I did it. Thank you so very much for the share. I appreciate you. Mr. Bill, what's going on? Happy Tuesday. Okay? So in this particular scenario, when we see an expansion of that tightening that's happening, right? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Okay? There's gonna be a lot of people that's not prepared for it. You may be the person. Watch me live right now or replay on YouTube, right? And if y'all can't stay the whole time on TikTok, I am recording this on YouTube. So that way you can watch the entire thing. Okay. But you may be the person that's not prepared. You may hear what I'm saying right now, live, replay, whichever, and you still don't execute. That's what typically happens. That's the reason why there's such a small percentage of people that have the wealth. Thank you so very much, Mr. Bill. I appreciate that. Okay. That's why. Because unfortunately, for a lot of us, we're not big on executing, let alone executing consistently. What we know we're supposed to do. Okay. And the reason why in this particular case that people are not going to be prepared is because they didn't build that financial structure beforehand. But y'all gonna do the right thing, right? Give me a thumbs up emoji in the chat if y'all gonna do the right thing. Thumbs up emoji in the chat if y'all gonna do the right thing. Coinbase CEO said Bitcoin to 1 million by 2030 should have 5% ownership in Bitcoin or regret it forever. I've been hearing that 1 million for a minute. I wouldn't doubt it. Okay. But Mr. Bill said, I've been doing it. Let's go. What you talking about? You ain't telling me nothing I don't know already. Y'all better just get on board. Did I say it in the right tone, Mr. Bill? Like, y'all need to get on board. I don't know if you're from the South or not, but, we say y'all a lot. All right. So, in this one, Gladys, welcome. Happy Tuesday. So, in this particular case, all right, this scenario, what we are going to focus on, remember, we have a plan for the plan for the plan. You hear me? We are going to work on all three scenarios at the same time, y'all. Okay? You just got to get an order to it that works for you. But we're working on all three scenarios. All right. So, what we're going to focus on pertaining to this particular scenario, okay? We're going to establish a plan and we're going to stick to that plan. We're going to establish the plan and we're going to stick to the plan. Did everybody hear me? Establish your plan and stick to your plan. Cool? Okay. So the other thing, man, golly, I thought I did that. Bam, take that out. There we go. All right, back to my music. So the next thing we're gonna do, I see you. The next thing we're gonna do is avoid panic selling. What we doing, y'all? When the prices of cryptocurrency, our favorite cryptocurrencies, the ones that we are holding right now, what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we selling or are we holding? Are we selling or are we holding? Prices are going down. Are we selling or are we holding? Or third option, are we buying when the prices get lower? Are we putting money into stable coins? What are we doing? Let me know what you're doing. Type it in the chat. Mr. Bill said he from New York, moved to GA 12 years ago. Oh, okay. So now you're a Southerner? No, you ain't a Southerner, man. You still a New Yorker. you just, you just came here. I don't know what would y'all call a person that moved to the South? But ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like if you grew up in New York and then you moved to the South, like what would you call them? All my Southerners on here, live or the replay. I know I got off topic, y'all. I'm gonna get back on topic. Oh shoot. Anyway, so yeah, but I'm glad you're here though, for sure. Okay, so we're gonna create our plan and we're gonna stick to our plan. Okay, Martinez, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Number 2, what we're gonna do is make sure that we avoid panic selling. This is not the time to sell. I'm gonna say that one more time for my people who think they know, but you ain't invested, and you know what I'm saying, ever, or you just started investing. This is not the time to sell. I got it. You probably bought too high, and so what? Buy lower. Did you hear me? If you bought when price was higher, oh freaking well, buy lower. He said an infiltrator. No, in the South, we welcome him, so we ain't gonna call you no infiltrator. Oh, shoot. Oh, my gosh. That is funny. That just threw me out. So, listen, y'all, you will not, okay, in this phase, when we are being said a wannabe. Hey, I'm about to pin that. That is funny to me. It wasn't coming to me, but hey, you know what I'm saying? You want to be from the South. What you really know about the dirty South? Okay, I'm gonna get back off. My bad, y'all. My bad. That happens sometimes. Okay. But yeah, Mr. Bill said that if you really believe in that crypto project that you are investing in, you should absolutely be dollar cost averaging. So instead of selling, you buy at lower prices. Okay. Whether that's every single week, whether that's bi-weekly, whether that's once a month, doesn't matter. Okay. According to your plan that you created and that you're going to be executing. Okay. Go ahead and oh, my husband said that the New Yorkers that moved to the South are called snowbirds. I have never ever heard that before. What? What? Okay, that's a different one. Got it. Okay, so hey, YouTube, I'm sorry. He said he just made that up. Oh my gosh, y'all are cracking me up today. Okay. I hope y'all are having fun like I am. Like I got it. This is a heavy topic, you know what I'm saying? But I hope y'all having fun. Okay. Oh shoot. Narrow, Narrow said he dead or she dead. Oh shoot. Oh my gosh. He said no, it's a such thing as snowbirds. I plan on doing it. Okay, all right, all right. Let's go then. Let's go. Well then that's what I'm gonna say. Snowbirds. All right. So you a New Yorker that come from the north down to the south. You know, you migrate on down here to the south, then you a snowbird. Got it. I hope don't nobody get offended by that. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what we're focusing on. All right, let me get back. Let me get back. Okay, let me get back. Thank you so very much for grabbing that heart meat. Let me get back. Okay, so we're gonna create our plan. We're gonna stick to our plan. Okay, we do not panic sell. All right, then we do not panic sell. Okay, and then lastly, we're going to gradually put money into our markets of choice. Okay, we are still building liquidity as well. All right, so dollar cost average, like we talked about, we do not sell. We're either holding or, okay, we are buying. We're dollar cost averaging, or for my people who are like, hey, listen, I'm not dollar cost averaging into specific cryptocurrencies. I will be doing that. Welcome, Danny. I see you. Happy Tuesday. I will be doing it, however, in my stable coins because I want to build up my stable stash. All right. So that way, when Bitcoin drops to a certain price, boom, I can move that stable coin into Bitcoin. I can exchange it, right? When XRP gets to a certain price, boom, I can exchange that stable coin, USDC, USDT, RLUSD, DAI, DAI, not DIE, DAI, whichever stable coin you want to use, okay? You can exchange that for XRP. If it's Solana, if it's Ethereum, whatever you want to buy, okay? When price gets to a certain price point for you that you establish, boom, you can exchange it, all right? But make sure that you still do the other stuff that we talked about in the first one. Building our liquidity, stable stash build up, cash on hand, and that is also using high yield savings accounts as well, okay? So that's what we're doing in this particular scenario, all right? So you have now been given two different scenarios. We are now going to move into the worst case scenario. Y'all ready? If y'all ready to get into this worst case scenario with this whole credit crisis, I need y'all to give me the thumbs up emoji in the chat. Or you can say, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, like SpongeBob. Okay? I know that I'm ready would be too long for some of y'all. That's why I said give me the thumbs up emoji in the chat. Okay? Right? I see you. Okay, so Danny ready. Narrow's ready, Mr. Bill ready. All right, so we're on our third scenario. This is our worst case scenario, y'all. Okay, here's what we could see happening. All right, where we have the full on everything. That liquidity has dried up. Right. Okay, this is where everything compresses. All right, this is the scenario that most people definitely fear, but very few are prepared for. Now, unless you are like Mr. Bill, I need you to listen up. Okay, Mr. Bill said he's been doing all this stuff already. Everybody else, I need you to listen up. Okay, what it could look like is, we're going to talk about crypto. Bitcoin could drop 20-40%. Okay, altcoins could drop 50-80%. You'll see forced liquidations. Headlines everywhere is pretty much screaming market crash, the markets collapse, all kind of stuff. There's going to be extreme fear floating around. Okay. All right. So what it may feel like to you, you may feel this personally, where you're seeing your portfolio take a real big hit. Y'all, for my people who were here 2022, 2023, I got into crypto late as far as being a serious investor. I didn't start investing until 2020, right? Money talk say, show me the fear. Let's go. Oh shoot. The narrow say, oh Lord, take me now. Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, honey. I know my old school, y'all gonna get that. All my millennials and before, we know what that means, right? Hey, let's go. Say people going to be outside with a mask on. Man, listen. Okay. But here's I got it. The average person may take this in a totally different direction, but we're not the average people, right? Right. Welcome, Vasquez. I see you. Welcome in. Right. We're not the average people. Okay. So yes, your portfolio will definitely take a really big hit. 2022 to 2023, like at that bottom, right? I looked at my portfolio because, like I told you, I got into crypto as an investor late. I didn't start investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum until 2020. So by 2021, I was like, oh, yeah, everything is great. I had never experienced a bear market in the cryptocurrency market. Y'all, by the bottom, I was down 80, 85%. I'm talking red. Rhonda, welcome back in. Danny, welcome back in. I'm talking red. You ever been like your armpit sweating, your heart like beating like what the heck? What that was my first bear market. But here's the thing, Angela, welcome back. Here's the thing. What I learned, because I was a trader first, and I will say this, because I was a trader first, I was able to identify on the charts a point where I should start back buying. So even though I bought Bitcoin at the time, I think it was 30K or whatever, right? Yeah, when I like really was buying, and then it got up to 40K and I bought some more or whatever, right? But anyway, I saw a prime opportunity to start buying again. So that's why I started buying again in 2023 when Bitcoin hit 18K, right? So I started buying again. Like, all right, let's run it. Dollar cost average, because that was my first bear market. Okay. Now I know better. I don't have to wait until the market's pushing back up to buy in. No, I dollar cost average regardless, right? Into the things that I want to purchase and or build my stable stash, which is more my plan today than it was then. But you learn through, like Cass said, you learn through experience. Okay. So there's that. All right. So what you may feel is your portfolio is definitely going to take a really big hit. I'm warning you now. If you got into the cryptocurrency market, like let's say you just started getting into the cryptocurrency market 2024, right? 2025. If this gets to worst case scenario, you're going to be like, God dang. That doesn't mean you're going to panic. You're just going to probably say, dang. Okay. T. Rogers, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Okay. You may feel the pressure to do something. You may not necessarily say sell, but you may feel like I got to do something right now. Like this is not right. It's going to happen, y'all. And this is worst case scenario. Saga City, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Okay. You may feel overwhelmed or just freeze. You know, y'all heard it. What is it? Fight, was it flight, fight, freeze, something like that, right? You may just freeze. All right. What I want you to do though is keep in mind that if you fall into any of those things that I just mentioned, where when you see your portfolio, you start to panic, you start having heart palpitations and stuff, you feel like you need to do something right now, okay? Or you just totally freeze or whatnot. This is where those individuals that do not properly respond, this is where they lock in losses. This is where they potentially end up just exiting completely, and then they miss out on the opportunity to recover some of those losses in their mind, even though they didn't lose, because you only lose when you sell, right? If you sell at a loss, then yes, you lost. If you don't sell, but the market is down, you're still okay. You just buy at lower prices, right? Mr. Bill said, I honestly think they announced recession before we really take off. Yeah, we'll see. I'm pinning it though. Okay. You know, so for us that want to be financial leaders in our households, okay, for those of us that want to be financial leaders in our household, when we get to this worst case scenario, if we get to this worst case scenario, okay, if we get there, This is where we're going to move into a survival and positioning type of environment, y'all. We're not in the predicting mode. That's not what we're doing. Okay. Yes. Soccer City say, sorry, Major on here chopping game on Taco Tuesday. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. We're making sure everybody good. Okay. I told them, hey, Soccer City, I told all of them, I said, at this point, y'all my battle buddies. So I got to make sure y'all good. Now, if you don't listen to me, if you don't make a plan based off of what we have shared tonight, if you don't execute your plan consistently, meaning every single day, okay, then it's not my fault. And if I chew you out, don't get upset. That's another Army term. Sorry, y'all. If I get onto you, if you feel like, dang, Leona, you attacking me, it's out of love. Because what I don't want, Remy, welcome, happy Tuesday. What I don't want is for someone that has been on any of my lives, especially if you're watching me live or the replay on YouTube, Prosperity Calls on YouTube, right? If y'all can't stay the whole time, it's being recorded on there, right? What I don't want is for you to have been here, heard what I said, gave you the solutions and plans to put in place. You adjusted how you see fit for you and your family, right? Gave you the plans and you don't do anything with it. And then you're sitting there like, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay? You only as strong as your weakest link. Please don't be the weakest link. Do y'all hear me? Okay? I love, hey, Saga City, man, you be on it. You be on it, my guy. He saying, sorry, Major say the moon is cheese, bring the crackers. Let's go. Come on, y'all. I want y'all to win. I don't want you to be part of that crowd that say, dang, I heard this and I didn't do anything. Dang, I saw that Bitcoin went down to 60K and I didn't buy any. Dang, I saw the XRP hit 75 cents and I didn't do anything. Dang. You know what I'm saying? Some of our parents did that with the whole .com era, right? They heard, they knew, but they didn't believe. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't do anything. Now, I should have, such told me, yeah, well, you ain't listen. Oh, well, what you gonna do now? Okay, what you gonna do today? Okay, Mr. Bill said something very important. This for y'all too on YouTube, okay? He said that if it's not a pump and dump, there's really no reason to sell at a loss. Just have patience. Y'all, that means hold what you got. Okay? Hold what you got. If you know what you're investing in has the potential to bounce back, to rebound, it has longevity, it has staying power. Like my husband always says, right? If you know these things, why would you sell it? Okay? Don't let these people trick you out your spot. Don't let these people take what you have worked hard to build up. Okay? Yeah. All right. So he said you get in at the price you deserve. Let's go. Okay? So we're not here, and this is even with the lives I've done, recently. I don't focus on predicting any market. I don't do that. I prepare for different scenarios. That's how I trade. That's how I invest. And thank God for the Army, because the Army is what taught me that. I prepare for multiple scenarios. Hey, let's go. Bullish babies in the building. Come on, girl. Come on, type something in the chat so I can let everybody know to go follow you. Listen, if you want to learn how to trade, because I know I had some people ask me to teach them how to trade. I told you I'm not teaching nobody else how to trade until you can show me that you know how to manage your money, child. Because if you go jumping over there to start trading, you're going to get punched in the face and you're going to be like, well, oh, Leona, no. You don't know how to manage your money, so you come over here thinking trading is going to make you a millionaire and that you're going to flip your money real quick, okay? Nah, that ain't going to happen. All right, that must not have been a real bullish babe. Because if that was a real bullish babe, she would have typed something. See what I'm saying? All them fake accounts, man. All them fake accounts. Y'all should only follow these crypto educators when they are live. Okay? Only follow them when they live, because if not, you're gonna end up following the wrong one. They're gonna scam you out your money. Please don't do it. Okay. Mr. Bill say they had a lottery ticket mentality. Yes, that is bad for trading. Absolutely. Okay. So what we want to do here, because we are positioning ourselves, okay, we are going to survive this crash. We're going to survive the recession. We're going to survive all of this. Okay. We're going to be like those billionaires in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, when the crypto market crashed, right? Doobie, welcome. Happy Tuesday, right? We're going to be like them with what we have. Okay. We're going to make money. We're going to make sure we protect what we got. We're going to hold what we got, but we also are going to be able to get in at lower prices, make more money on the other end. Bear market bully, what's going on? Happy Tuesday. He made it. He made it. I'm almost done too. He made it though. Welcome in. Okay. So what we're going to do here, what really matters most here, okay, what really matters most here, I need y'all to hear me, unless you Mr. Bill, because Mr. Bill got it, okay, but I need y'all to really hear me. Liquidity. We need to make sure we have the money available. Okay, so if you want to invest in cryptocurrency, what could be happening is you dollar cost average, building up your stable stash. Meaning you are buying USDC, USDT, DAI, DAI, RLUSD, whichever stable coin you want to use. Put money there. So even when the cryptocurrency market plummets, guess what? If you drop $5,000 today into USDC, and then the crypto market drops 10% tomorrow, Mr. Howard, welcome. Happy Tuesday, right? Crypto market drops 10% tomorrow. Guess how much money you're going to have in USDC, which is part of the cryptocurrency market. How much money do you think you're going to have sitting in USDC, right, when the crypto market drops 10% after you put it in there? You're still going to have your $5,000, right, or whatever the amount is after fees. Okay, you're still going to have it. So what if it's $4,998? Okay, cool. You're still going to have that though. Whatever was in there, you're still going to have that. So that's why I said liquidity is everything. If you know you want to buy some Bitcoin, if it drops back down below 60K again, cool. Exchange that USDC, USDT, whatever. Exchange that for BTC. Cool. You don't even have to worry about pulling anything from a bank because you already have it in that stablecoin. That's your liquidity. Cash on hand. High yield savings account that is earning you 3.1% or higher. Okay. They have high yield cash accounts now that you can get more than 3% for holding money in those accounts. Google them. I know somebody's gonna be like, which one do you? I'm not doing that. Because I told y'all, I'm studying to become a financial advisor. So I can't tell you, I use this, if I was you, until I become a financial advisor, all I can do is tell y'all Google. Okay. Google best high yield savings accounts in 2026. Okay. And then go through and look at each one of them and see if it fits your criteria. Does it have no minimum balance, or no minimum deposit? What is the APY, right? 3.1%, 3.5%. What is it? Right? If it's online, can you get a card? Do you want a card? Right? Do they have same day transfers? Like, what do they have? Whatever fits your criteria, what you need it for, run that. Okay? So liquidity is everything. Liquidity is everything. In that worst case scenario, and we're talking about that cash, that credit crisis that we are experiencing right now. Okay? Having emotional control is going to save you a ton of money. Because we already said if we lack emotional control, then we are killing our money. We're going to make very bad mistakes with our money. Bella, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Thank you so very much for the roses. I appreciate you, Bear Market Bully. Thank y'all so very much for the 10K. Let's go. Let's go. I love it. I love it. Any entitled gift too. Yes, let's go. I love it. Okay. And then also what's really going to matter here. Okay. What's really going to matter here, y'all, is making sure that you have your plan before we get to the worst case scenario. We've went over 2 other scenarios already, and you were given plans for that. Thank you so very much for grabbing that heart. Me too, Bear Market Bully. I appreciate you, right? You've been given 2 other scenarios with plans on what to do, so that way you can prepare. So when or if this worst case scenario comes to reality, we already have our plan and we've already been working our plan. Because here's the truth, y'all, and I want y'all to get this. The people who win after these type of events happen, okay? The people who win after these type of events happen, they're the ones who had cash already. They have liquidity. They are clear on their plan and how they're going to execute their plan, and they are disciplined. So I got it. You don't like the word budget, okay? But guess what? This is not the time to be getting all squeamish about talking about your money. You better get rid of that. Because if you can't talk about your money and making sure that you're on point, guess what? You are repelling that money. There's no way you're going to make more consistently if anytime you talk about money is, I don't want to talk about that. You better man up. You better woman up. This your battle buddy talking to you right now. This is how I used to be with my people. People who were connected to me, it's no sugarcoating. This is not the season to be sugarcoating. This is serious. It's game time, y'all. And if you don't want to get put out the game, if you don't want to be ejected out of the game, where nobody can see you, nobody can hear from you, where you out, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want, then okay. If you want that for yourself, exit stage left. If you don't want that, I need you to hear me. This is all being said in love. Okay? This is not the time to halfway do anything. My grandma used to say something else, but I don't cuss. So I ain't gonna say what she used to say. But you know, she used to say, you better stop half ASS and stuff. Okay? This is not the time to do that. This is a time for us to execute with precision. We have our plans. We know what we're looking for. We have our plans. We know what we're looking for. Now it's a matter of execution. My coach, E.T., every time it say execute. So guess what? Get out here and execute, y'all. Okay? You want to be part of that winning team? You want to be like the billionaires? Brown Sugar, welcome. Happy Tuesday, right? You want to be like the billionaires during the recession that still made billions? Like the billionaires that during the COVID still made billions? If you want to be like that, you may not have billions. I don't care. If you still want to be able to protect what you have and make more, then guess what? It's time. No more excuses. You're going to have to sacrifice. I already don't tell myself, hey, Starbucks, I love you. I love you. I do. Okay? But I got to pull back. I'm not giving up completely, but I'm doing a massive overhaul. Okay? Things that I know I can, minimize, I'm minimizing. Things that I know I just don't want, or, it's like, it's not really a necessity to me. It doesn't make me feel great. You know what I'm saying? It's not like something I like to do. It's just, I've done it just out of repetition. Cut. Come on, just cut it. I told y'all my battle buddies, right? Mr. Bill said, he said, I gave up Starbucks, right? He said, but he gave up oxtails. Hey, whatever you got to do, but this is the time it's not going to feel good, y'all. It's not going to feel good. L Slack, welcome. Happy Tuesday, right? But here's what matters, okay? It's not going to feel good, but here's what matters, all right? You don't need to predict which one of these scenarios is going to happen. What you do need to do is prepare for every single one of them. Right now, we are in that control tightening, okay? Because it's, now it's a bit more vocal. People are more vocal. Headlines are constantly talking about it a bit more frequently. You have more people on YouTube talking about it, TikTok talking about it, especially pertaining to the stock market in general and things. But we're not here to predict what's going to happen. We just need to be prepared for every single one of them. Okay. Current scenario. Okay. And we need to prepare for worst case scenario and the one in between. Okay. We need to prepare for it all. So some or most of you that are watching right now or replay don't actually know how much, risk you're carrying. You don't know how much liquidity you have. You probably are not prepared. Do you even know how prepared you are for any of these scenarios I just shared? Do you? Do you know how prepared you are for any of these scenarios? Right? And if you don't, I don't want you to feel like, oh shoot, I failed. No, this is not about failure. Okay? I don't want you to feel like I'm a failure because no, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is right now, you don't have the structure, but you can start getting and building that structure. Okay? This is the time to start building the structure that you lack. Okay? So that is why I created that. So have you ever been so prepared that you hope that thing you preparing for happens? I'm trying to think. What? No, you know what? Yeah, in crypto. I kid you not. Like I look and I invest in gold and silver, right? And so I got an area marked on my charts. So I'm hoping that silver goes down to like $50 ish. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, hey, silver push back down to the $50 and stuff. Hey, I'm in there like swimwear. I kid you not. Like that's exactly what I'm thinking. Because I looked at the chart today, I was like, $68 for an ounce of silver. Come on, push down some more. Push down some more so I can buy some more. Come on. And it's funny, I went to a gold and silver dealer a month or two ago, and I was talking to her about, gold and silver and everything. And I was like, yeah, I would really love to see silver push down to $50. She's like, oh, there's no way that could happen. Okay. Okay. That's all I said. I was like, okay. I'm not here to convince you because I don't think you know, but okay. Lou, what's going on? Oh, Lulu, my bad. Happy Tuesday. Welcome in. Okay. So look, let me get back to it. So I want to make sure y'all are prepared. Okay. So that's the reason why I created the financial health checklist. Okay. This is really going to matter because it's going to help you to navigate any market. All right. Because this is going to help you to understand your position. All right. So it's going to help you to know where you need a bit more help, where you're good. All right. Where you're weak, where you're strong, whichever terminology you want to use. All right. So it's going to force you to answer like, do I know my income clearly? Right? Do I understand my expenses? Do I have emergency reserves? You know what I'm saying? So that goes to your liquidity, right? Am I relying on credit to survive? We're in a credit crisis right now. So if you're relying on credit to survive, okay, there's gonna be red flags for you. Like, hold up, let me hurry up, okay? So these are like pressure points that typically will break a person in scenarios 2 and 3 that I gave you. We have that consistent rise in tightening, and then of course scenario 3 is that worst case scenario. All right, with this whole credit crisis. All right, now it takes less than 10 minutes to complete. Okay, so you'll be able to become more aware about your income, so you'll know exactly what's coming in, or at least you'll understand or ask yourself like, do I know exactly what income I have coming in? It will help you to be more aware of your expenses, so you need to know like where your money is going. Okay, so that's part of this financial health checklist. It's going to help you to understand or at least identify if you have an issue with controlling your spending. Like I said, are you relying on credit to live your life? Right? Are you prepared for emergencies? Do you have healthy debt? Right? Good debt. Do you have a plan for that debt? Or are they just balances that you're like, I pay it off, I'm doing a minimum every month. Right? Like, do you have a plan to reduce that debt fast? Because that's something that needs to happen. Right? Do you have saving and investing discipline, financial plan, all of this stuff, right? So here's what a lot of people don't realize. You cannot build wealth until you stabilize your financial position first. You have to understand your cash flow. You need to know what your money is doing. You need to be properly employing your money in order for you to build wealth. So if you have no clue what's going on with your money, guess what? You can't build wealth. This checklist is going to give you a score, okay? So it's going to put you into a zone. So that way you know if you're in a stressful situation, if you're stabilizing right now, like, right, if you have a strong foundation or if you're in a wealth building phase, okay? Or the wealth building zone, right? So based on that score, after you answer those questions, right? Based on that score, it gives you a mission. This is not about motivation, y'all. I'm not here to motivate. I want to make sure that you have the information you need to have so you can apply. But I'm also here if you want to have a little bit of accountability. Because sometimes we need to hear from someone else about a situation we're going through to say, hey, look, I experienced this, and then this is what I did, and this is how I came out on the other side. Y'all, I had over 40K in personal debt from business stuff, like not understanding, how to make moves as an entrepreneur because I was new to entrepreneurship. So I used my own personal credit. Lord, now that I say that out loud, but I used my personal credit, right, for business, and I got into over $40,000 of debt, right? And then I'm sitting here like, God dang, like, how did that happen? It happened so fast, but it took me almost 2 years to pay that debt down. But had I not paid attention, it could have been way more than what it was. And it could have took me much longer to pay it off. Okay. So that health checklist is going to give you your next steps should you decide to take it. Okay. Now I do want to say this, y'all. None of what I shared today or ever was shared is about being perfect. Okay. It's not about perfection because even though I battle perfectionism, right, I know that you can't be perfect. You're going to make some mistakes. All right. But what this is about is operational readiness with your money. Y'all got it? Y'all got it? Okay. I hope y'all got it. If y'all still with me, let me know. We about to wrap. Okay. Because I'm about to go chill with my family. Put the kid to bed. All right. I appreciate that. Okay. So we want to make sure that we are operationally ready with our money. We have 3 scenarios that we're preparing for. Okay. We are not waiting for the scenario to happen. We are preparing before it does. Do you hear me? You don't wait for the scenario to happen. You prepare before it does. Everybody got it. Y'all my battle buddies. So I got to repeat myself. We learn through repetition, right? I'm going to repeat myself a lot to make sure we good. We here. We here. Huh? All right. So don't sit here and say Leona didn't say. Yes, Leona did. It's being recorded. Today is March 24, 2026. It is currently 7:51 p.m. Central Standard Time. I have talked about credit, the current credit crisis here in the United States, and how it has the potential to impact us as investors, how it has the potential to impact our money, period, but also how we can prepare, okay, to take advantage of each one of those scenarios. Okay? So listen, you don't rise to the level of your expectations. You're going to fall to the level of your systems. All right. You don't rise to the level of your expectations. You fall to the level of your systems. Right now, the market is shifting. The question is not a matter of will you predict it. It's about are you structured enough to handle it. Crypto babysitting, what's going on? Happy Tuesday, y'all. Crypto babysitting is also going to be on the panel tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Pacific. Y'all give her a follow. Give her a follow. I'm about to pin her right now, so y'all give her a follow. Please follow from her from this live. Okay. Do not go and try to look because there's a whole bunch of fake accounts out here for all of the crypto investors. I mean, crypto educators, y'all, and they scamming people. So please follow from the live. Okay. So yeah, she said she can't wait, y'all. I want y'all to please, y'all, if you can tune in, come check everybody out. There are 11 other brilliant women in this crypto space that are educating people, just like I'm doing tonight. They're educating people in their own way at certain levels, okay, about cryptocurrency. Crypto babysitting is definitely for beginners too. Okay, so check her out. Y'all give her a follow. Check out her content. Okay. Absolutely. Thank you so very much for TikTok. I appreciate you. Yes, indeed. So listen, right now the market is shifting. So, like I said, we're not about predicting over here. We're about preparing. Okay. We want to make sure that we have our plans in place so we can handle whatever scenario comes about. It could be withstand in that control tightening. Okay, cool. It could be worst case scenario, full blown recession, right? There's no money, minimal money being loaned out, like credit is not available, all of that. It could be worst case scenario, 2008 all over again. It could. All right. Thank you again, Crypto Babysitting. I appreciate you, right? It could. But guess what? We're going to prepare for each scenario. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. All right. I know it's late for some people. If not, do it tonight. But definitely, if you can't do it tonight, at the very latest, do it tomorrow. Thank you so very much for the TikTok. I appreciate you, Crypto Babysitting. Thank you so very much. Right? Definitely do not wait until next week. I need y'all to do it. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow morning. Okay? All right. Step one. I want y'all to go. Matter of fact, I got it in there. It's in the description box. I want y'all to go and download their financial health checklist and complete it. Okay? I just want you to see where your financial health is at. All right. So TikTok is in the bio. Okay. It's free, y'all. Go ahead, boom, put your information in, download it, complete it. For y'all on YouTube, it's in the description box. You can click the link in there. Okay. Complete the checklist, but be honest. Don't lie to yourself, y'all, because if you lie to yourself, it's going to hurt you. It's not hurting me. You're only hurting yourself. So be honest. Don't guess. Be honest when you complete it. Okay. Step two. All right. After this live stream is done, I want you to identify your zone. Are you in that stabilizing zone according to your score from the checklist? Are you stressed out? Okay. Are you building? Are you optimizing? Are you in wealth? What are you doing? That score is going to have the zones for you so you know where you are, and then some of your next steps that you can possibly take should you decide to do that. Crypto Babysitting said I took it. Okay, let's go. Let's go. See, that's what I'm talking about. And y'all, just so you can see where you are. Okay? Just so you can see where you are. Oops, I pinned the wrong thing. I was trying to pin that. There we go. Okay? I want you to see where you are, because how in the world can you prepare for a worst case scenario or any of the other scenarios I gave you if you don't know where you are financially? Okay. Step three. Okay. So you're going to download the checklist. You're going to complete the checklist and identify what zone you're in. Okay. Step three is you're going to execute your next mission. All right. Because that's what this is. It's a mission. I need you to Let's get it. I told y'all my battle buddies, right? Your next mission is to execute or create your plan so you can start executing that plan. That's your next mission. But what is going to be in that plan? I can't tell you what's in that plan if I don't know what your financial health checklist results are. So come up with your plan. If you need help, reach out. Okay. So let me wrap this up, y'all, because it's almost 8:00. Look, the market does not reward intelligence. Okay. Warren Buffett said this. He's like, I'm not the smartest person. He is hilarious too, by the way. If y'all have never ever listened to his old interviews, y'all go check out some of Warren Buffett old interviews. Like, he is funny. Okay. And he'll tell you, I'm not the smartest person. You know what I'm saying? But he gets himself around people who are experts in certain things that he needs assistance in. He's an avid reader too. If you want to make more money in any market, y'all, you need to study that market. That means you're going to have to read. You are. There's going to be articles. There may be certain books. Whatever. You're going to have to read. So if you're that person that says, I don't like to read, well, guess what? You're going to be broke. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. I love you. You my battle buddy. I told you, my battle buddies, I keep it real with them. Just like I want them to keep it real with me. Don't come over here sugarcoat with me. Because I'm not going to trust you. Okay? I see you, Mika. Right? I ain't going to trust you. If you over here sugarcoating and then, but you doing great, but you're not telling me exactly what you're doing, I'm telling y'all now, the people that make money, they read. They study. Warren Buffett reads. He's in his 90s, y'all, and that man still read every day. He's a billionaire, hundreds of billions of dollars, and that man still read every day. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. Thank you so very much for the finger heart. Appreciate it. Crypto babysitter, right? The market does not reward intelligence. It rewards preparation. This is our prep time. We getting it together. We're creating our plan. We're executing our plan. In order for us to create a plan, we need to know where we are. So we're doing that financial health checklist. Cool. Thank you so very much for the hand heart, bear market bully. I appreciate you. All right. And look, I got it, y'all. I understand some of y'all, are just not waking up to this. You don't know what's going on. You don't understand the credit crisis and all that stuff. Right? That's okay. But now that you see it, now that you're hearing it, now that you have some type of curiosity, right? You now have a responsibility to act. You want to be a financial leader in your family, you got to act. You want to be a financial leader in your family, you need to execute. You want to be a financial leader in your family, you got to stop with the excuses. The excuses are not going to help you. Lying to yourself on that financial health checklist is not going to help you. It's going to hurt you. This is a time to be disciplined. Be consistent, right? Get prepared. Be prepared. Big Bad Impala. Okay, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Right. Crypto babysitters. Baby, I'm preparing. Come on. It's no excuses, because excuses don't make money. They don't. If you ever talk to millionaires, I want you to find a millionaire that inspires you. A billionaire that inspires you. Just one. And I want you to study the heck out of them. What type of routine do they have? How do they speak about money? How do they speak about relationships? Personal, business, don't matter. How do they speak about personal development? What do they value? Study that one person, y'all. I'm not telling you to go out and look at, no, study that one that you know without a doubt is a millionaire. That could be a decamillionaire, centimillionaire, billionaire, doesn't matter. Pick one. Study the heck out of them. And if they inspire you that much, now that means look at your own situation, how you're moving, how you think, how you speak about money, right? How you feel about money, Is that in alignment with the person that inspires you? If the answer is no, let's make it happen. Let's make the shift. Let's move with intention. Everybody got it. Y'all got y'all homework. I've talked to you about the credit crisis and how it can impact us as investors, whether you're in a cryptocurrency market or not. If you miss any part of this live stream on TikTok, y'all, it is being recorded on YouTube. So you can go to Prosperity Calls on YouTube and you can watch the entire thing. I have to go because it is officially 8 o'clock. It is time for me to go put my baby to bed. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all are my battle buddies. So I want to make sure y'all are good. Okay. Thank you to every single person that has tapped the screen. Thank you for all the thumbs up. If you haven't given a thumbs up, but you enjoyed this live stream, you learned something, give the thumbs up right now. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell if you have not done so yet. Thank y'all for all the likes, for all the shares, for the reposts, for the comments, for the gifts, all of it. I appreciate y'all. And hopefully I will see y'all tomorrow on the crypto panel with these 12 lovely ladies on Crypto Chicks channel page. Okay. She was here tonight, so hopefully y'all follow her. There's a whole lot of scam pages out there for her, y'all. So please be careful. Don't go follow now if you didn't follow her already. You'll be able to see her tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Pacific. We are live. Okay, gotcha. And Crypto Babysitting will be on at 4 p.m. Eastern. All right, so she'll be coming on when I'm getting off. Got it? All right. So yes, wait until she is live to follow her. That's for every single person that is in the crypto space here on TikTok, y'all, because the scam accounts are out there. If you don't follow them while they're live, y'all, you're going to get scammed. I'm telling you now. Okay. So please follow them while they are live. Well, like I said, like Crypto Babysitting is still here right now. Okay. So if y'all want to follow her, go ahead and do it while she's in this live. Don't wait until afterwards because she got some too. They don't finally hit me up. I'm like, oh, okay. Sean told me, he was like, yeah, you done made it now because they got a fake account out there for you. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm part of the crew now. So yeah, follow them when they live. All right. So hopefully I see y'all tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to leave y'all my favorite quote, and that is from the legend. His name is Arthur Ashe, and he said, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can.